And they get higher taxed if they can shoot film. Alright, so. Love your jeans, Joe. Tell me about jeans. You told me, when we were talking earlier, that you used to play at GPH wearing a Sulu and, you know, flower, etc.
That was a very early day. My music really started, I think, in 1954, I think, yeah, 54. My father brought me, he had a banjo somewhere, so he brought it home.
Right now, I just want to say one thing. People are going, 54? Sa! No way!
Yeah.
So, a banjo?
Yeah, my father plays banjo.
Right.
So he taught me how to pluck, you know. Then from there, I got my own ukulele. My sister's 16th birthday, I was already singing with the guitar, you know. I sort of graduate from the banjo, from the ukulele. I pick up the guitar, and then early 60s during the Beatles. So my sister's 16th birthday. Yeah, I can sing the song. She was just.
How beautiful!
Yeah, but I just put 16 there instead of the 17.
Wow,
yeah.
Cool. There was this huge reunion, Dragon Jubilee, 60th Jubilee, just last Saturday, a week ago, and all the legendary musicians, well, a lot of legendary musicians of that time of 60s.
Yeah.
And in the 70s they were on stage, all still just glowing with, you know, vitality, you know, and really it's like most of you are all closer to, anyway, we won't say the ages because it's just so much vibrancy coming off all of you.
Yes, that's why I was so enthusiastic about wearing something different. You know, I said, I better pull out my poncho and take it with me to Sydney.
So, yeah, what you do, and what we were talking about before, is that you do that that stage persona. So you are on stage, you're Joe, you're the percussionist, the bass player, and then off stage, you take off your poncho.
Yeah, and my dark glasses, and then I put back my specs and just wear the shirt that Ken, you know, bought for us. We all same color black.
Right, yeah.
So I'm just like anyone else on the dance floor. You know,
and that's why I knew we had to talk, because on that stage are legends. Joe Heritage and is hiding in the back, and then when people want to see him, they can't find him in the audience because he's disappeared and tried to be one of us. It's like, you can't do that. You're a legend, and people need to know about all the stories of all of these people. So that's why we're talking, and that's why, you know, I'm forcing you to, holding you at finger point.
My goodness.
So to tell these wonderful stories about all this, because what my worry is that all that will be left of the history of Fiji is colonial times, how we got colonized, the Indian bringing in the Indians to Fiji, and then all the political tensions. What about these incredible creative periods of music? And the musicians in Fiji are next level. And you were all really impacted by what was happening internationally. This tiny dot on the map, you know. So I want to go back to how you started off.
My cousin Stino was already in the band, you know. Local Sandhya, they call it Sandhya band. Steel guitar and everything.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and 64, 65, yes. That band, you know, they played just steel guitars.
Yeah, yeah.
They were booked by the moment to play for the New Year's.
Right.
New Year's bash for them. And when they were booked, they only sing Fijian song and island song.
Right, sure.
I was already singing, she was just 17.
So, at that time, the Beatles were heard in Fiji?
Yes,
Absolutely, the radio,
yes,
right, sure.
Yes. And that song was really had taken Fiji by storm. I think
Right.
everywhere in the world.
Right, yeah.
So everyone wants to sing it. But I just sing it from home to my sister's birthday, and my tawale heard me singing on that birthday. When comes the booking, for the New Year booking, they say, oh my goodness, no one singing English song here. You know, we sing island song. So he went and tell my father, I'm taking Joe to go and sing for us. So I said, hey, no, man, I haven't, really haven't tasted the stage, being a shy person myself. I said, no, come on, Tabari, come. So we practice. The funny thing I will tell you is when, come that night, sitting there and playing early in the evening, comes the time for the twist, for the teenagers to come up and do their...
Yeah, oh right, sure, yes.
That was my time. She was just 17. This is your song, Joe. So they did the introduction on instruments on the guitar, and then stage fright, I lost the words. I was stuck. I couldn't even, they're going like this. The guys, they know that she was just 17, is coming, but the words not coming out.
Gosh.
Oh, my Tawale wanted to punch me.
Oh my goodness.
So he stopped.
How old were you? How old were you?
I was 20.
Still, still.
Yeah. Then second time around, yes, I got it. Everybody just ran.
How wonderful. So from there, were you singing with this, sorry, we've got an airplane. We're sitting outside, as you can see. Joe, what you are was one of our original rock stars. Even when we started just singing together in the 90s, when the Hearts came about, you were just, a rock star. How did you get to Alaska? Let's go back from there. How did you get to Dragon?
Through Wise. From 65 to 68, 67, 68. I was introduced to the Dragon, and that was, something that people who know the Dragon was really shocked to say, who's this fellow? Where did this guy come from? Because they think that there were other people who were supposed to be there, but Wise, as somehow growing up together in Turek, noticed when Ken was looking for some musicians to put together, told Wise, and Wise told Ken, hey, we try this guy Joe. So they put me on the drums. I was playing drums.
You played drums?
Yeah.
So how did you learn how to play drums? You just knew how to play drums?
Yeah, because when at the GPH, at times I go to the drums and play drums, just the brush and the snare,
right.
just to keep time. Yeah?
Right.
Then when I went up to the Dragon, I was a drummer, started as a drummer. And then Ken wanted a bass player. Someone, I won't mention name because it might hurt the person.
Okay.
Someone was playing bass, did not really tickle Ken.
Right, sure, okay.
So Wise said, try Joe. Ken said, what? So between Wise and I, from there, Wise said, Debbie, go home practice. So we practiced every night. And for 2 or 3 days, there was one number that time, an instrumental, Green Onion.
Yes, I love Green Onions. Yeah.
So we said, you practice this. I know it's easy, you can do it. So Wise play the melody on the guitar, and I start, on another guitar, drinking grog. Then when you go down to the Dragon to practice the next day, we go on the electric bass, and then I started playing, and Ken came up, you shot it down. I said, it's good, eh?
Oh, wow, that's so wonderful.
Yeah, so that's how I really, Green Onion was my introduction to
that's
the bass
amazing.
guitar. Yeah.
Wow. So by the time I came into the Hearts, you all had been together 30 years.
Yeah.
Wow. To think I respected everybody was like, what am I doing up here with all these amazing people? But I only knew you really as a drummer. It's only through our conversations that you would tell me, and I'd hear some people say, oh no, Joe used to play bass. I'm like, Well, you were our drummer for that, so and I
Yeah.
knew you knew our percussion, and of course, also I knew you knew lighting really well,
Yeah.
which is something. This is what you do now, right?
Yes.
So people mostly know you for your lights. So with stage tech with Jerry Matuanga, who is Wise's
Well,
son.
it's,
So how wonderful that thing is. But what people don't realize is how much how you were responsible really for lighting things way back when the big shows started.
fashion show at the
Yeah,
walk.
that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, the Red Cross one.
Mm.
So all the big shows that we did,
Mm.
you did the lighting. So that's what you've been concentrating on in the last 2 decades almost,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And so do you play for fun?
No.
Really?
I really love the guitar. So good.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like Ken always tell me, you know, Joe, you're a multi-talented person. You know, I didn't realize that. You know,
Yeah.
because I just pick up lights, I pick it up, I pick up the ukulele, I pick up the drums, I pick up the bass. You know, if we're talking now,
Yeah.
I just can see all these things coming to, you know,
Yeah. Yeah.
bits
Well,
and pieces come into place.
you're a natural musician, well,
Yeah.
creative, multitasking, because that's also something in Fiji. If you're creative, you are multi-creative. Back then, especially before technology really took over from everything.
My interest in the percussion goes back to Santana
Okay.
during the
Right.
Woodstock,
Yeah.
and I was just intrigued by Congress, timbales, and you know whatever.
I know you played all of
Yeah.
that. I remember
Yes.
that. So there was another story you told me about how Woodstock influenced you and impacted
Yeah.
you, and we were talking about clothing, and we were talking. This is why I started off with jeans,
Yeah.
because I know that this is going to sound funny to say non-cultural people or people who are white or who may not understand, but in Fiji, you know, our families, jeans were maybe worldwide. Jeans wasn't really the clothing that everybody
Yeah.
just wore. Now
Yeah.
everybody wears jeans, right?
Yeah.
Rich, poor, city, village, doesn't matter, everyone wears jeans.
And
But back then it wasn't a thing, and you told me the story, so tell me about this.
if you remember James Dean, do
Yeah,
you,
yeah.
eh?
Yeah.
James Dean is
Jeans.
a jeans and a white T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's I'm dressing like James Dean.
You rebel, rebel. But you were always rebellious, and this is what I love the story you said to me about how you used to dress in that GPH band when you all first started, and then when you went to Dragon, and how Ken encouraged, because we were, the Hearts was a very fashionable, back in the 90s, we were all really would dress up for everything. So you actually have, I know you're probably too shy, so that's why I'm talking to remind you, because I've been listening to the things you've been telling me, you influenced the way we all dress. You changed the way the music scene basically dressed, because back then it was coming off still very colonial, right? So it was shirt, tie, because musicians back then, and this is what I miss, we all used to dress up, respect the audience, respect the crowd, etc. But it was still very, you know, shirt, tie, everyone. And then you came in. Mr. Heritage came in. And tell me about this. I really love this.
I was criticized for not wearing Sulu.
Wow.
You know, hey, it's okay, you're not wearing Sulu, you're wearing, you know, trousers all the time, jeans and all this kind of thing, you know, like cutting my
Yes, that's right. I remember
long
your
trousers,
photos.
make it
Yes.
short, yeah.
Yes.
Not really short, but
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
just
yeah,
below
yeah,
the knee.
Yes, I remember. I
Yeah.
used to
Yeah.
wear it for some of our beach
Yeah.
theme ones.
Yes. Well, I was a little bit of a rebel in my clothing,
Yeah.
you know, in what I wear. It's not traditional,
Yes.
not Fijian.
Yeah. But that's, I mean, clothing is a type of language, you know, it shows us it shows people who we are, we want to express ourselves. And you've been describing some wonderful things. You'd go up and you'd, you know, cut your sleeves off your jackets and things like that. And oh, there's this favorite photograph of mine, which I know people are seeing right now if they're watching this, is the photograph of you with Paul on drums, the late Paul Stevens on drums. This is at the Civic Center when I think Tony Phillips used to have some sort of showcase or something.
Yeah. And the name of the band was Sandalwood.
Sandalwood
Rhythm.
How beautiful. And you're just standing in the forefront, and you've got your bass, and you're just dressed so slick, man. That was so cool. And this is why I feel that all these things have to be seen, because people in Fiji and the young people don't know how cool. There's cool, and then there's 70s cool. There's 70s Fiji musician cool. There's no cool like it, Joe. And thank goodness you still carry that cool with you. You're cool from way back when until on the stage 1 week ago. And we've got footage, so people are seeing this. So did you feel good? Was it good to get back on stage? Did you feel that it was nice to be on percussion?
Very good, very good. I really felt at home.
Mr. Joe Heritage.
That's where I belong.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'll apologize for disguising myself.
Yes, everyone's gonna be like, hey man, where's Joe? He was on the stage and he's not there. And you're probably standing right next to them. I was watching you, I'm like, I know you're going to disappear. That's why I came to find you. But it's just tell me, so what is it like in Fiji now, the music scene? And it's just, it doesn't seem,
Sad.
yeah.
Very sad. Before, when you enter the Suva from Waldo Bay, there's a live band from that end of the town towards
Yes.
GPH.
Yes, like where Phoenix was, Bali High and all that,
Yeah.
right? There were live bands
Yeah.
all the time.
And they live bands.
Yes, live bands. You'd hear them.
The town hall, the St. John Hall.
Yes, yes.
You know,
Anyone who is from that time will know what we're talking about. But there was live music everywhere, so it's not.
Everywhere,
So what's
everywhere.
happening now?
That's a good question. Since I've been out of the music scene and doing other things, it's sad. We were talking about it before coming to Sydney.
Yeah.
Yeah, Suva is really dead. Something is to be done.
This is why, because young people need to see how cool everyone Fiji musicians are, and this is what hopefully it gives them some hope to go and do things. There is a scene of where they're rap artists and all the there's a lot of those, but they don't. And there's a lot of concerts that seem to be organized by expatriates or overseas people, and but I'm not sure if it's the same kind of flavor that used to be. The one thing that was really interesting, we talked about this, I seem to be doing all the talking, Joe, because
Go ahead.
we agreed that last Saturday at this in Sydney, this Diamond Dragon Jubilee, it was 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s society, Suva society, Fiji society, all dance, just people. It's like, what a multicultural room. Wonderful, everyone looks really good and vibrant still, but they all remember music. Because music back then wasn't just the island music and bunde and all that stuff. It was jazz, rock, blues.
That saying, Fiji the way the world should
Yes.
be. We were having fun in those days.
Yes, absolutely.
Tourists come in, they're part of it. And
Yeah.
This the world should be like
Yes,
this.
yes. They were surprised they were finding such sophisticated things. Music, musicians, dress, expecting people. This is what annoys me about how Fiji is seen now. Like still, LA, the natives, they're friendly. It's like, excuse me, Suva's a city, please. We used to dress up in there. You go to Suva on Saturday, we dress up.
But you see the girls today in Suva, they're wearing those tank shorts, what do you call this?
Bike shorts or something.
No, not the bike shorts, like with pockets on the
Oh,
side.
cargo shorts, yeah.
Cargo pants.
Yes.
And I say, man, goodness, I wouldn't look twice at this. In my young days, I would turn my head.
It's a different time now, Well, something's been lost. There's been some protocol lost. There's definitely hope lost, and we know why. And there's been a lot of. I think the world knows that Fiji's gone through a lot of coups for such a small country. But I say, that despite how small it is, the reason is Fiji has got all the personalities and races of the world there. I mean, you're part Welsh. Your children have got Welsh, Swiss, and
Even Solomon blood.
and Solomon and indigenous Fijian blood, and that is incredible. But your children don't even know. about your history. Why don't your children know your history, Joe?
Oh, I think in time they will know.
Yes, but that's time is what we're talking about here. Because you traveled a lot, and this, 2 weeks after getting married, you were off to the States. So how was that?
Going to the States is at the Dragon. This guy, Mr. Epsilon, Peter Epsilon. He's a German. He manages Hans.
Right.
Hans Travel.
Right. Okay.
So he just came up beside me on stage. He said, "Would you come to my office on Monday?" Here's my card. Because we were really sweating and playing. So, Monday I went up. The receptionist came. "So you waiting for?" I said, "My name is Joe." When he arrives, you go in. He's waiting for you. And he said he's got a friend in America who is a director of cruise for ships going up to Alaska. He said, "How would you like to go to the US?" I said, "Oh, you're kidding."
What year was this?
This was in 1973.
Yeah, your memory is so sharp.
If you're singing, you have to. We learn. Remember those days. We don't look at the phone like this now. They're singing, looking at the phone.
I know. Yeah, you have to know your
Paper
words.
in front. You have to know. Learn it by heart.
Yeah. So sorry to interrupt you. It's just I love your memory. I love how wonderful it is. Your memories are so sharp. So 1974, is it? Right, 1973. Yes.
I was not sure because we have been promised many times to go overseas, but it's all talk. So he said, "I've got some names. Samisoni Koroi, he's a pianist. Robert Verma, he's a guitarist, and there was another guy. This guy's name really slipped from me now because he really did not make us, did not make me happy."
That's why it's out of your mind.
Yeah. And Matteo Rambaka.
Right.
Matteo is a drummer.
I know the name Rambaka.
Yeah,
well, he's a rugby player.
Maui's brother.
Right, right.
Older brother.
Right.
So he said, "Okay, the four of you. If it's okay with you, yes, we'll start working on your papers now."
Wow.
Yeah. I was really surprised. So what happened after that? He left everything with me. So like going to the embassy, the American embassy. I went up there and then, for interview with our passports and thing, and then the ambassador said, "Excuse me, you going to America as a musician?" I said, "Yeah. Do you know the number of musicians in America who are out of job and you're going up there?" "I don't know that, but we were handpicked to go up, and the reason is the letter from the cruise director is that our difference with the musician in America, we can do what they do.
Right.
We can do the island stuff, and we can sing in our own.
Right.
Which is something he wants in
yes,
the cruise
sure,
ship.
yes, of course.
For American musicians, they don't have that.
Right.
So that's how we got our visa to go up. We have to be doing something different or even better than that.
Right, well you were, so because you can sing in different styles and in different language. Sure. So how was that? Where did you go? What did you do? And
we have to go leave Fiji, we fly from here to Tahiti, then from Tahiti direct to Vancouver. Those days,
from Sydney to Tahiti, sorry. Suva, Nadi to
Tahiti. That was the point of connection in those days.
Yeah, I remember back in those days, just talking differently, all the major airlines used to come to Fiji back then. It wasn't just,
Qantas take that route to Vancouver.
Right,
that route was discontinued
until
today.
Yeah, I've not done that.
First to Vancouver, then my second trip the next year was to Seattle. That's when, I think Qantas did not stop flying to taking that route. So we go Hawaii, LA to...
Gosh, lots of traveling, lots of flying. But, God, how lovely, though.
Then the following year later, we go direct from there to LA and then to San Diego.
How long did you do that for?
3 years.
Wow. So how long you would have to be away from Fiji for long periods of time?
Yeah, come back home and then find jobs
Yeah.
and otherwise just want to stay home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, come back and sometimes Ken call me back
Yeah.
to the Dragon, you know.
Right.
I said, boss, I'm going back to America. He said, yeah, okay, just for a little
Yeah,
while.
how nice. How nice. So what are
Yeah.
some of these wonderful times of those 70s Suva? What was
Yeah.
that like?
Yeah, but born in Turek,
Right.
but I'm a silver boy all along. But
Of course you are. Sorry, I should have known that.
yeah, the thing, going to Nadi was well after, you know, coming back from the US in 75, I decided to go to the West.
Okay.
I don't want to go back to America.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to even renew my contract.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
No, I just, it's not the America that I've been thinking about when I was in
Wasn't
Fiji.
Woodstock, huh?
No.
No.
When I went there in 73, the first time, mind you, the line, you know, white workers,
Yeah.
still there.
Yeah.
They haven't really taken
No.
that off. And then I hear the story about it and I say, oh man, no. So,
How were you all treated, being people of color from another country? How was that?
I think it was good.
You didn't feel, yeah.
I did not feel different, but it's just that my experience to see the past, you know,
Yeah.
like the lines and things like
Yeah.
that. And then, of course, in some places, yes, you can tell that you're not really, I'm a sensitive person. I can always feel if there's, you know,
Yep.
I'm not comfortable here.
Yeah, sure, I understand, yeah.
So, yeah, everything was good. But there are things that I don't like, that I want to come back to Fiji.
No, of course. Of course, I understand that. Plus, also, you were married.
Yes, that was one.
But what? Obviously, obviously, your wife is someone who understands, who understood how to understand the way of life, a musician.
Man, my wife has taken a battering, I say.
Oh, what lovely! I mean, she had to get used to you being up and down, touring
She
all
understands.
over. Yeah,
But I know it's hard.
yeah.
I can, feel that it's hard.
Joe, I have still got clippings, a newspaper from Fiji Times, and they did a story on us. It was 1993, 94, and I remember reading in it.
Yeah.
Like, your children had said to you, Dad, we don't see you. That's in 1993, and that's what I read.
Yeah.
And even I went, oh man, I don't even think about that. But because we were singing 2-3 times a week, and you guys were, you especially, because you were Nadi based, we were driving up and forth, and you were driving back and forth, and taking equipment, because not only as the band, but also with Dragon music, right? So, and setting up things here, and you're doing the lighting, and you're setting the audio-visual things. And it was reading that article that I went, oh my gosh.
You know, that's the strange thing about, to me, it's not strange, the stage.
Yeah.
When I'm up on stage, everything is off. It's just the stage.
Yes, of
and
course.
me.
That's stage for you, yeah.
That's it. My family is out of my mind, and I've asked my wife, please, when I'm out on the job, don't think too much about me because I'm enjoying what I'm doing.
Right, sure, yes.
Don't be sad or
Yes,
anything
yes,
like that.
yes, yes. That's a lovely, but that's just a performer's way. I mean, that is, you just get lost in that way.
And I know there are people who appreciate what we do, and there are people who don't like us for their own reason.
Now or then? Back then?
And during, while we were on stage, then I used to think very hard, what's wrong here? When sometimes you smile at some people and you smiling at.
So is it because you were considered too modern or what?
That is one. And another two, I just come to a conclusion, they're jealous.
Yeah, that had to be that. Simple and plain. And if you can't think of anything else, it's like, it has to be, because why else?
So why should I worry about them? Just
Sure.
walk, smile and walk past.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Did you have a preference for what instrument? Like, did you prefer bass? Did you prefer your guitar to your drums or banjo?
The bass has been my identity. Really.
Right.
Yeah, I was. People have been up till today. They say, "Man, you are one of the best, and you are, you know, why did you stop playing bass?" You know.
Well, excuse me, Mr. Heritage. If it wasn't for you, some of the greatest bands of our time wouldn't perhaps have been inspired. So take me back here to some of the things, because after the Dragon Swingers, the legendary Dragon Swingers, right, and a lot of the bands that had formed around that time, late 60s, early 70s, they fed into the Swingers, right? So you came from GPH, and you were recommended, and a couple of other people came in. So it was a whole beautiful community of musicians, and you all knew how to play, man. Well, tell me about what it was like in Dragon. Tell us about that, early years of Dragon. What did Dragon look like? Oh gosh.
The Dragon was, if you've been to the Dragon, you know,
Not
the time you came up,
Yeah.
at that time you came up, it was the same.
Yeah.
But the vibration, the atmosphere was different then, you know.
Yeah.
At our time, it was to be up at the Dragon for customers is, you know, not everyone walk freely to the Dragon. Just because, you know, it's a, they always say, oh, only high-class people go up
Right.
there.
Right. Okay.
So for ordinary Fijians in those days, it's just a dream for them to put a foot into the Dragon.
How interesting. It was like so many people from all types and shapes and sizes and colors and races, and you know what's all, I don't know, stratas of society. I don't know, how do you want
It's
to put it?
very much European in those days. The chiefs, the young chiefs, Ratutui, you know, they all come up there. Even the Governor General used to come to the Dragon. In those days, a white guy. And then slowly we free up. When we came up there as Dragon Swingers, finished with the tie, the band with the tie. When we open up the way we dress and things like that, then slowly it opens up the Dragons to almost anyone who can afford to get up there.
Sure.
If you don't wear flip-flop, you can get up there.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So as long as you just had dressed nicely, then anyone can get. So it opened up to everybody.
Everybody. So that's the everybody you see.
Yes.
In that 60th
Right.
Jubilee.
Yeah, okay. So it really became Suva people's place to go and hang, because even my mother-in-law has great stories about that time, because this was the place to be seen, you know, and everyone's collection of music. So my husband grew up with all the classics of the 60s, 70s, and knows all those songs, not just from his time, because you know, everyone was, this is the music everyone was listening to.
And mind you, during those days, the Vietnam War was, you know, was on,
Yeah.
and American navies and armies and air force, they were given a choice of time off, either in Australia or New Zealand.
Right.
And going back to Vietnam after their break.
Okay.
So those who have been to Fiji, been up to the Dragon, goes back and talk about, man, that is the place to be and unwind.
Yeah.
And
sure.
whenever they have their breaks to come into Fiji, it was their little America, you know, because they hear their music, Santana and all this rock and roll, and you know.
It's funny how that they think, you know, because Santana is so African inspired, huh?
Yeah.
And you seem to, that's what you seem to connect with, didn't you?
They come up and they look at the band and they say, this is it, we're home. And yes, then that's where they go all the time.
Yeah.
So when they're in town, there's no room for the locals.
Yeah.
Because they just, you know, got money.
Yeah,
and
sure.
Like that.
So at this, because I will have shared some information about what Dragon is, and it was the nightclub of the time, Golden Dragon, and it was started by the Jansen Hose, yes, and that's who Ken is, and all this information we'll have for everyone to see, so that you won't miss out on anything.
Sandhya.
Yeah.
Up in Alaska, our first trip there, they when we enter Alaska, because from Vancouver we go to the Alaskan border.
Cool.
The American Coast Guard come in to check on our passports.
Yeah.
So he came in, this guy came in, and we came for interview. He said, look at the passport. He said, Fiji. He said, you're from Fiji? Yes. You know the Golden Dragon? And I said, our pianist, our drummer, and me, we all play.
How wonderful!
Yeah.
How wonderful!
That's why I'm telling you, that's their place, their little
Sure.
America to come to. They
Yes.
say, Vietnam War, we were down there. And that was still close by at that time, 70s.
Yeah. Isn't that funny though that we don't really have an American influence in Fiji? It's British, huh? But the Americans, the music came through.
The music is they feel at home.
Yeah.
And it's the Dragon only plays that type of music.
Yeah.
No other club in Suva.
Yeah, at that time.
At that time. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Wow, up Alaska, and one day up in a town in Haines, a small town, I went to post a letter to my mother. And when I look at the envelope, look at me, and he just do one yippee, American.
Yeah. Kind of, like,
What
remember?
the hell? And we were on the queue line, and he said, excuse me, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
This guy is from Paradise.
Oh, yes.
What the hell are you doing here?
Oh my God.
What are you doing here?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, he's from Paradise. He's one of the ex-servicemen,
Right, yeah,
working up
sure.
there. And one time in LA, we were, in the evening, we just decided to go clubbing. The three of us, Mateo, Samisoni, and me, we were strolling, looking at clubs, and up to this club, we were just standing outside listening to music. Shit, they have already cameras outside in those days, the American.
Yeah, wow.
So the owner from inside called the bouncer. He said, let those guys in. He pushed us in, and then we went inside, went to the bar. Nice music was going on. We went to the bar. The man said, what do you want to drink? Oh, we just want to listen. He said, no, what are you drinking? It's on the house. What? It's on the house. Oh, so we ordered what we wanted to drink. Second round, excuse us, who's buying this drink? Bula.
Oh, wow. And where was this?
LA.
Oh my, okay. All right, so 70s, it was still
Yeah.
far away from Fiji,
And then, the Dragon? Again, it's, the club at the
Wow.
Dragon? And I said, I played at the Dragon at different times then. He played at the Dragon, and he played. We all used to work at the Golden Dragon.
Wow.
I'm Vietnam. I said, okay, then I was the bass player.
Wow.
Oh, man, he was all excited. Sit down here and drink what you want to drink. It's on me. It's on
How
the
lovely.
house.
How lovely. What a wonderful memory for everybody involved, huh?
Yeah. And there are a few places like walking on the road. They just stop and say, Bula. Okay, and it's Dragon.
Right. Because of Dragon.
It's always Dragon. I'm married. I met my wife at the Dragon. Where can I, get you some food? This is it's all about the Dragon.
Wow.
And I came back and told Ken about it, it's just good for him to hear.
Yes, absolutely. How that connected everybody. But wow, I love that this thing that this talent that you just picked up because your father brought a banjo home and taught you
from
has helped. You traveled all over the world for that. Played in different bands at different times for this long.
My experience from the banjo, because the banjo you pluck,
Right. Yes.
It's always plucking, thumb and the fingers. You wear 1, 2, 3 picks here and one pick on the thumb.
Oh, okay, sure.
So I think that had helped me a lot in my bass playing style, I had already started that from 1955, I said, yeah. playing banjo.
Yeah, because you're just sitting there listening to Green Onions and just playing it all of a sudden. No, without music, without just actually listening is amazing. He's so wise, you know. I mean, there must be. How did you two meet?
Like I say, we both grew up in Ture.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Wise was already a rocker, and me an island, playing at the GPH. But he somehow is, like heard me playing, and then he said, "Oh, okay." He was the one who introduced me to Ken, and from there, things changed very fast, rapidly for me.
How long have you known Ken now? So 50 years?
Yeah. But in that short time when Wise introduced me up there, we became friends. Whether Ken know it or not, I felt that we were friends, you know. And then he later liked my style of playing and my style of
dress,
attitude on stage.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm really grateful for him for this trip, because I was, towards the end I was saying, Ken, it's okay. You people go, I'm okay. He said, no, Joe, you must come. You will come.
Oh, I'm glad you listened to him.
Yeah.
Because you're such an important part of that time. They would have, I think you would have, I would have been, I know I would have been upset, and I heard a lot of other people who didn't find you in the audience but saw you on stage would have been upset, like, why isn't Joe Heritage up there? But I think also from that, even back at that time, you didn't consider yourself Joe Heritage. You just liked playing the bass, you just liked doing this.
Just like anyone else playing guitar.
You just, so you don't, I know and I love and I really appreciate how humble you all are. I know how humble you have been. I've known you since 1992, Joe, and I know how humble you are. I really love that.
But as for Ken, I will always credit him, because we don't own any instrument, mind you.
Yeah.
Where did I see the electric bass from? Never. I grew up with a T-box, one string thing.
Wow.
But
you can play that too?
yeah.
That's cool.
He sort of introduced all the latest instruments and gadgets that we use from that time until today.
Luckily he didn't go become a doctor then.
Yes.
It was all very tight community, huh?
Yeah.
Is it still like that? Amongst you, all the legends, yes, I can see it. I can see that it's still tight. I mean, on that stage last, but I mean that sneak preview people, with their, so that was Nesbitt Hazelman and Brett Whiteside, and they were playing before. That's a different band altogether.
Yeah, they're the younger generation.
Yeah, the younger generation. That was, I think, 80s. I think they were, no, I actually sang with Sneak Preview in the 90s. Then you have the other Ulysses band people in there. So it was all different bands all coming together to celebrate the same. Yeah, so it's...
George Knight in there.
Yeah, that's right. Just so all these, you were all almost competing bands all coming together to be a community of musicians.
Yeah, and then, we were all competing in a sense, but then to hear from them that we were the motivators, we inspired them.
Yeah.
That's to me very humbling. I'm truly humble for that, But now at this age, I learned, we inspired them.
Well, see, this is why we're having this conversation. You, all of that time, inspired the ones who came after.
Yeah.
And this is why I feel that they need to now see who you all are still, because I think the younger people now need to be inspired.
I think they just need to be listening to, the right type of music, not too much of the programming thing. But, like you say, there is no one there to lead them into thinking live, to play live. Because nowadays it's all in the gadget. The technology can make you do anything.
Yeah, so what do you feel about that side of things? I mean, the electronic side of music. I know that it's something that we've all experienced in Fiji. We have backing tracks to things. I mean, does that take away some of the soul though, even though it makes sure that, because we all know, anything that is live can go wrong. Things will go wrong when it's live, you know. Something happens and something gets unplugged, someone steps on the wrong thing, something will happen.
But that's live.
That's live, that's what it is, live. And that's life too, you know. But
Because when you play live, you have a lot of space and freedom to do what you think you can do in that space.
yes, of course.
But electronic, whatever is programmed,
You gotta follow that.
You go follow that. You cannot deviate. You cannot, you know.
I know that a lot of bands do have their backing tracks there, but it must be frustrating because of that not being able to go wild in your little space that you have.
Yeah.
As we had said earlier, look at all the technology, what we can do with the things we can do with now. Before, you have to have proper cameras and proper sound, etc. to do things, and everything on stage, you know. I mean, now I know they can just control from a tablet all the mixing.
Exactly.
That's crazy. Do you? So what do you and Jerry do mostly in the shows that you do that Stage Tech does stuff for?
We, at this stage right now, we are trying to bring back live.
Oh,
So Jerry at the moment trying to organize shows and concerts with, you know, like band.
Yeah.
Yeah, because there is also, there's no outlet for them. And some might be playing, but there's nowhere to go and
That's
do
right. Yeah.
it. You know, so Jerry, we were talking about it. He said, "Oh, we will have to try and promote some little shows. You know, maybe we're not going to make money, but at least to get these young musicians to play and feel the stage and feel the audience live." Yeah?
Absolutely. But it needs to be. I wish there's all these people. Look, one thing I know about Fiji, there's a lot of money there, which I find really bad because I don't think there should be any poverty where any country that has money, and there's people with money there. So what they should be doing is investing it, but nobody wants to do that. Everybody wants a profit. Nobody wants to make an investment without a profit. But wouldn't it be nice to have a space like Dragon used to be, where musicians just come in every weekend. There's a new set, or people come and jam and things like that. New musicians, old musicians. Imagine being someone like, well, let's just say Ben, because Ben is one of the up and coming stars now, and comes in and jams with legendary Joe Heritage, and all somebody steps up. How wonderful! But nobody wants to invest in spaces like that because, that's.
I think Stage Tech is on that track now, on that road to try and bring back that live music.
And will we see you on stage?
Yes, I've just told Ken, my feeling on that Sunday, it was just like I was there in 1970. Hey, it's taking me right back. I still got it, but I told Ken, when we go back now, whenever you want to practice, call me. I'll come. I'll come and play percussion, and then maybe I'll get back on the bass.
Bass. I hope that I can see you one day on bass.
Yeah, because yes, my bass is still at home, the one I bought from Alaska.
How nice!
Yeah, still at home. Yeah.
Well, I hope we get to. I hope that happens. That's something that Stage Tech is doing, and that you are up on stage and doing your magic. And the reason why it still feels like you're in 1970s because you will never get old. You don't even look old, and you certainly do not look any different, apart from maybe the silver hair, Joe.
Yeah.
But apart, you do not look any different to how you were.
Jimmy not to say, hey, just put one wig there.
Yeah, what a wonderful. It must have been nice to have that reunion too.
Yeah. So, we will be doing that.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Joe. It is my honor and my privilege.
Yes, thank you for giving me the time.
Well, thank you. I find I've been bugging you and pestering you to talk to me.
Yes.
And now, finally, when you're in Sydney, I have been in. Thank you so much, Joe. This is good. Joe. Oh, that was beautiful. But I want to talk to you about something. We've been meaning to talk to you.
Yeah. Mr.